Hello everybody, I'm Sneham Thomas, born and brought up in Maharashtra. My hometown is Kerala and I proudly call it God's own country. Yes, of course, there are certain things that might go wrong in this state like any other state. But when I think deeply, this is that place where animals are loved unconditionally. Here are some flashbacks. If we remember the flood that caused disasters in Kerala, this was the time when people in this state were forced to leave their homes, but they didn't forget to plead to rescue their pets. Some left their pets behind to save their lives. At the same time, there were many witnesses holding their pets closer to their heart and risking their lives just to save them. One more story I read and I still remember was about this lady who had 25 dogs with her. She was given a helping hand, but she refused to be rescued. Why? Just because the relief boats denied to take her dogs. Later they were rescued by other helpers though. This was just a glimpse of Kerala's general love affair with each and every animal. Now let's come to the point. Many of you might think that I'm offended just because people are blaming Kerala. And since I'm a Malayali or my hometown is Kerala, so I'm just supporting the state. But that's not true. This is just my opinion and the things that I have witnessed during my visits to Kerala. We have a home there and we regularly visit during our vacations. I can see elephants with their muhout. These owners proudly walking with their giant pet, and I have witnessed it through my door. Now see, they might have owners who don't take care of their elephants properly, but let's not forget that there are also people who strive so hard to just take care of them, risking their lives. I won't go to that statistics because majority of Keralites care for their pets. If 20% of people don't care, then there are 80% of people who serve them. Let's just talk about this 80% of animal lovers. There are many people who are also addressing that non-vegetarians have no right to support a cause like this. And this is really against my view. Let me quote a line from the article I read. It goes like this. Shaming animals' brutality doesn't mean you have to make yourself personally invested in the life or death of every individual animal, as if it's a person. These are animals. They die, they kill each other, they eat their babies, and they die horrible deaths in the wild. Yes, this is true. Whoever wrote this really makes some sense because stronger, bigger animals will always kill small creatures for food. That's the law of nature and there is nothing wrong in that. Let's not compare who is vegetarian or non-vegetarian. The truth is, torturing animals for fun is wrong and has to be stopped. I also happen to read this that vegetarians should care about our environment and stop eating plants. Isn't it confusing now? Yes, of course. This is just a never-ending argument. So let's just stop shaming each other on this and find ways to create awareness on saving our nature. Coming back to my point, yes, I see Mohat walking with their giant pets in Kerala. Do you even know how scary it is just to see that? We all love watching elephants, right? People all over the world have immense love for this giant animal. But Keralites stand a couple of steps ahead in showing care and love for the animal. Kerala has nearly or more than 550 domesticated elephants and they are owned by temples and individuals. Moreover, it is featured in the state emblem. They can never ever harm their pride intentionally. Trust me on that, guys. Now, let's come to our trending news. A pregnant elephant in Kerala was fed cracker-stuffed pineapple by the locals in Kerala, which exploded in her mouth and killed her slowly. We also might have heard the revised version that pineapple stuffed with crackers are usually used by locals to protect their fields against wild boars. Yes, wild boars are animals too. Of course, this is an inhuman act. But why we are just stressing too much on this case? There are many other cases where sheep, goats, pigs, etc. are killed for various other reasons, like for clothes, beauty products, etc. Coming back to farmers who did this brutal act. Yes, Kerala government is taking action against people who did this. But don't forget to think from their shoes. I don't think we can understand their situation because we are privileged, we are protected and are safe from such wild animals. We have our puppies and dogs at our home. We don't have to face any giant animals in our areas. Guys, the reality of Kerala's nature is far from what you see in the screensavers. Here the wild and man has to still fight for survival. I have heard from my father that these wild boars destroy the entire harvest of farmers on which they had been working for years. And that's the reason why they do this brutal act. Yes, we can't support that, of course. But let's also not forget that these farmers also have their families. These fields and they are their only source of income. There are farmers and families who are killed by these wild animals too, who are killed by these elephants. Imagine what would we do if we were in such situation. Think stepping out from your comfort zone. Dear people who are watching this is not a hatred message. I consider myself as a part of Maharashtra, as a part of this family like I mentioned earlier. I'm born and brought up here. But you really need to visit Kerala before raising voice against animal brutality in Kerala. People don't move out of their homes after 6 in the evening. Why? Because multiple villages across Kerala live every day in fear of wild animals harming them or their crops. Interestingly, there are families in Kerala who proudly raise elephants at their own homes, obviously risking their lives. There are stories where legendary domesticated elephants killed their mohout. For instance, a legendary elephant named Kavalapura Komban. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's Kavalapura Komban. It's the name of elephant. Killed his mohout at a temple fair. This is just one example. There are many similar stories. In return, Keralites never kill this giant animal. They take preventive measures to save them. Lastly, it is highly surprising about how this rare incident has become a national debate, especially in these times of a pandemic. Lakhs of people are dying across the globe due to insufficient treatment, people are starving, laborers are mass walking from cities and towns just to reach their homes in scorching heat. Why all this don't catch our attention? I won't blame any politician, any celebrities who are sharing fake news, or any media people or any artist who are distracting human emotions by making emotional cartoons of giant elephant and a baby elephant's emotional conversation with Lord Ganesha. I just want to say that, yes, this tragic death of elephant is extremely sad and devastating. Kerala government is also taking measures to avoid similar future incident. This is not a justification, guys. Rather, it is just to make us realize that there are many other incidents that are happening, but we are not concentrating on that areas. Let's understand that there are different kinds of people. Please don't generalize by telling particular place or religion is not good due to just one pathetic act done by some specific people. Let us not politicize things just like that. Signing off, I'm a Malayali from Maharashtra. I'm an Indian. Most importantly, I'm a human. Thank you Have a nice day.